Hello, Mr. Weigel.
Hello, Mrs. Weigel.
What are you doing?
I'm going to turn off all the electricity except to our fridge and freezer.
Why?
Because we're going to be off grid for 48 hours.
Woohoo! Kill it, baby.
Okay.
It's been 24 hours since we made the Zier pot. It's about 58 degrees outside. Temperature inside the Zier pot is about 50 degrees. Humidity is at 90. The humidity outside is 60. This is spaghetti sauce, which I have dehydrated on the fruit leather tray of my dehydrator. I'll add water, simmer it for a while, and add the spaghetti. Day one recap. Dinner was good. We had spaghetti, and I learned how to make bannock, which was really fun. I fried it up, and I think we will have bannock again for breakfast.
We live in an urban area, so we can hear a lot of what our neighbors are saying and doing, but when we've had actual blackouts in this neighborhood, it actually gets very quiet.
But when we say urban, we mean inner city.
It is Saturday morning, and I have little French press in the morning. So I have my chimney flue, my chafing fuel, my pot of water, and I will be covering the bottom of my chimney flue with cooling rack. Okay, that has ignited, and hopefully enough heat will be retained that I will soon have some hot water. It is just about half past, and in my pot I have hot water. Now it hasn't come to a rolling boil, but you can see little bubbles in it. You can see, I think, the steam coming off of it, and it is certainly hot enough for my coffee.
In a real grid down situation, we expect to probably have friends over, and neighbors also. So, meet a Weigel friend. How's breakfast?
Very delicious. I could go for seconds.
How's your breakfast bannock? What happened to your breakfast bannock?
I ate it.
Mr. Weigel and I had a wonderful time doing this together. With the little window, you can see inside to the baking item. We have also hung our oven thermometer. It's Saturday night, and we have family and friends over. There's Brother Weigel, Weigel friend, Sister Weigel, the back of a Weigel friend, more Weigel friends, more Weigel friends. Was fried polenta. There's the last piece. It was yummy. And we have some kind of beef stewish going. Day two started with breakfast with a friend, ended with dinner with many friends. We actually had a total of 10 people. I really enjoyed having a lot of people over tonight for a variety of reasons. Mostly because in an emergency situation, we actually expect to be serving friends and neighbors and feeding more than just our family. We do live in a very urban area, and people are going to be hungry. Our neighborhood is already a very high poverty community, and there are going to be people in need. The pot of soup I made today took a few pounds of potatoes, and I used some dehydrated carrots, 1 quart of canned stew meat, and it made 2 gallons of soup. So we could have conservatively given at least a bowl of soup to 20 to 25 people.
Mm-hmm. If it gets bad, we want to be here and serve our neighbors.
If we were feeding a lot of neighbors, then maybe we would be having some of them stay and help clean up. Mm-hmm. Maybe we would be having somebody weed the garden. We would just be able to give everybody a small task. That way they don't feel like it's charity. They're actually working for their meal, and everybody experiences a blessing.
Yeah.
And we also baked brownies in the box oven.
That's right. It'll take some practice.
Nobody spit the brownies out.
No, they were almost all eaten.
And the only person who declined one had already been to 3 parties today. The Zir pot is actually working nicely. We haven't had high temperatures, but it is keeping everything in the 45 to 55 degree zone. We are not really prepared for extreme temperatures. Another weak area we know is security. We haven't said this yet. Thank you so much to BexarPrepper and PetPrepper for starting this entire challenge. To all of your team members who have joined in to encourage people to really test preparedness.
I think that's the big thing is, you can have a lot of head knowledge, I know that this is how I would do it, I think, or I have all these supplies, but until you've actually had to use them and made yourself have to use them, that's when you really learn some of the small idiosyncrasies. Just little things that are different because you don't have, say, running water.
This is our back patio area. It's uneven. It includes an access to our basement, which isn't really usable. See, the table is crooked. As right now our yard slopes into this area, so we can end up with huge puddles of water. But building a deck out from the back door to the edge of the sidewalk area and across level would make this a much more usable space for outdoor kitchen, for just even enjoying a summer evening. This is the east side of the house, so in the evening this is the side that's cool while our front porch has direct sunlight. But I wanted to show you what we're doing for cleanup after going to the bathroom. We just have an old ice cream pail with a little bit of water in it, and we're using that to wash our hands afterward. After a couple of hand washes, it is going into the gray water bucket to use for flushing the toilet. For taking a quick sponge bath, we're also using the same kind of pail setup, a little bit of water. Generally, this is rainwater. This is not drinking water. We're using rainwater with a little splash of vinegar, using a washcloth and soap to wash off and dry off. We have about 10 minutes left to go in the challenge. We're going to do a quick wrap up.
Water, we used
20 gallons.
20 gallons of the rainwater and 12.5 gallons of the drinking water.
Lesson learned there was that we kept making trips directly from the rain barrel to the bathroom to do a manual flush. In the future, I would know not to waste the rainwater that way. I would at least do a load of laundry or something with the rainwater to create gray water and give us multiple use out of the water. Still, for 4 people, we were pretty tickled that we only used 20 rain and 12.5 drinking. Biggest lesson learned is that we need to pay attention to organization and do some decluttering, especially our back patio, and our basement is not nearly as usable either. We're storing a lot of equipment from bikes to gardening supplies in our basement. Those need to be moved out to a shed. And we need to better organize the patio so that it can be used as an outdoor kitchen. I learned that I need to expand and diversify our food storage, especially in the way of fruits and vegetables. I have a lot of grains, I have a lot of meat, but I don't have many fruits and vegetables stored, and that was evident in our diet this weekend.
We have some chickens that we keep with some friends of ours about a mile away, and we're considering the possibility that it'd be more effective to have them here in our backyard than having to walk a mile each time we need to get eggs.
Thank you so much to BexarPrepper and PetPrepper for instigating this entire challenge. Whether there were prizes or not, This has been a wonderful experience for us as a family to find our weaknesses, our strengths, see where we came together as a unit, see what tore us apart. An unfortunate but important discovery, we found out the refrigerator and freezer was actually turned off. We used one of the kitchen breakers to leave on, and that's not what the refrigerator was attached to. Sister's really happy to be doing the dishes. She's thrilled.
Absolutely not.
Every Saturday morning, I like to make some fresh press.
Fresh press?
No, French press.
Aha.
Like Mrs. Weigel was saying, if there
They
were...
haven't seen what I was saying.
Oh. Well, you didn't see this, but...
No wonder I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. I'm going to start that over.
Okay.
I'm going to start that over.
Okay.
Is there anything that you have enjoyed about the challenge?
No.
All right.
Got nothing to say? It just seems like a really lame way to end. Okay.
Oh, right.
Other finger.
Right.